The Bengals come out victorious in Sin City. Hi again, everyone. I'm James Rapien with allbengals.com and Cincinnati Bengals talk with, another hotel room video, but I'm sure you'll be happy to watch this if you're a Bengals fan because Cincinnati victorious over Las Vegas 32-13 on Sunday afternoon to not only improve to 6-4 on the season, but to snap a 2-game losing streak and keep pace in the AFC playoff race. This one was, weird because it was much closer than the 32-13 score would indicate for most of the game. But the Bengals used a 19-point fourth quarter, forcing two turnovers in the fourth quarter, and they got just enough offense when they needed it most to pull away and pick up their sixth victory of the season. MVP of today's game, without a doubt, it's Joe Mixon. He had a huge game, finishing 30 rushing attempts, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns, had 4 rushes of 11 yards or more, including a 20-yard touchdown, an 11-yard touchdown, also had runs of 18 and 19 yards. And give Zach Taylor and the Bengals credit because offensively, it wasn't always clicking. Joe Burrow wasn't always on. The tackles were getting beat off the edge, and he stuck with the ground game. Even though they had some negative runs in the first half, there was one drive, their first touchdown drive, where the Raiders just aided them with penalties on defense to keep the drive going. They had 3 negative rushing attempts where Joe Mixon, I think he got tackled for a 2-yard loss, 4-yard loss, and a 1-yard loss, and they kept it going. They stuck with the run game, and it helped them. They won the time of possession. They kept the ball out of Derek Carr's hands, which meant Darren Waller wasn't going to have a big game. It meant that defense was over there on the sidelines resting and sipping Gatorade, which is exactly where you want them. And this game was 16-13 early in the fourth quarter, and Joe Burrow and the Bengals went on a 12-play drive, 62 yards, took up over 6 minutes, and that was the key drive. And it was capped off third and goal from the 6-yard line. Burrow found Jamar Chase for a touchdown, and Chase didn't have a huge day, but that was the play. Puts them up 22-13, and then Eli Apple, yes, that Eli Apple, with a huge interception, great read on a pass that Derek Carr was looking for Darren Waller on because there's 5 minutes to go. They're down 9. They need to push the ball down the field. Apple seals the deal. Joe Mixon scores a few plays later, and just like that, it's a rout. And, so Joe Mixon, huge day. This defense, I've been down on the defense. Admittedly, said it earlier today, sat on this chair, I was like, I think this is going to have to be all offense. Well, the defense came up big from the jump, and it started ugly. Joe Burrow sack, fumble to start the game. The Raiders have great position. They're trying to punch it in for a touchdown, and the Bengals defense doesn't let it happen. They keep everything in front of them. They tackle well, and they do the things we saw through the first 7 weeks of the season. Was it perfect defensively today? No. The Raiders went right downfield, 3 plays, 75 yards, and scored a touchdown when it was 16-6 to pull within 3 and make it tight in the fourth quarter. But they played well in key moments. That was one of them. And then they forced 2 turnovers after giving up that 3-play touchdown drive. So a big day for Lou's crew, and shout out to them for rebounding and bouncing back the way they were hoping to. I didn't expect it, but they certainly were able to do that. As far as the offense goes, outside of Joe Mixon, who was great, and Jamar Chase's touchdown, there wasn't a ton, right? Tyler Boyd was big early in the first half, and I thought that was a big reason why they were able to hang around, but the Raiders' penalties were part of it. And really, their best weapon, not named Joe Mixon, was Evan McPherson. My guy, Money McPherson, was doing money things. He tied an NFL record, 3 made field goals from 50 yards or more. 3 made field goal attempts from that long. It ties the record, made a 53-yarder, a 54-yarder, and the other one, I believe, was a 51-yarder. Then he also had a 47-yard kick. So he was 4 for 4 from field goal range. Did miss the 1 extra point. But Evan McPherson just playing at a really, really high level. Hopefully you started him in fantasy if you have him on fantasy. Yeah, it was 53, 51, and 54 yards for Evan McPherson. That's just special stuff. It's exactly what that is. That's special stuff that Evan McPherson is cut from, man, because some of those kicks would have been good from 60. And one of my bold predictions for the second half of the season, and it could have came true today. Unfortunately, it didn't. For my predictions, at least, at allbengals.com, was that McPherson was going to kick, not only set the Bengals record, which is 57 yards, so break that 58 yards or more, kick a 58-yard field goal, but shatter it, kicking a 60-yard field goal and making one. We'll see if he does it in the final 7 games, but certainly looked capable of doing that today. Couldn't be more impressed with him as he continues to. I mean, there were times where Randy Bullock wouldn't make 3 50-yard field goals in a season. Evan McPherson is 6 of 7 from 50-plus this year. And I get it. He missed the one against Green Bay off the upright from 57 yards. At the same time, he's been great. He's playing at a really, really high level. The other thing, and this is a testament to Zach Taylor, the coaching staff, the player, everybody. There were multiple times in this game where they could have started pressing. And they've lost 2 straight. They're on the road. They're not hitting the big plays. The defense is hanging in there, but they're not forcing turnovers. They could have started pressing. They were patient. They continued to they knew it would be an ugly game at times, and they stuck with the run. And the defense played well enough to allow them to stick with the run. And they won despite Burrow not carrying them the victory. I think that's a very important thing, especially if you're going to be a good team. It's one thing to be a pretty decent team and have a quarterback that's carrying you and makes you look good. It's another thing to be a good team despite your quarterback not playing his best day. And Burrow wasn't awful, 20 of 29, a $148 and a touchdown, but he wasn't outstanding. And so for them to win on the road is a huge win. And so the Steelers are playing right now as I record this video, but the Bengals won't fall in the standings in the AFC North. They improved to 6-4. It's a really big win for their playoff chances, like I said earlier on Sunday morning when I did the pregame video, our pregame report. So we'll see. There's a chance, that if they win next week against the Steelers, these odds could shoot up even more. But right now, their playoff chances looking pretty good after back-to-back losses. The Bengals answer. They handle business. We're going to have exclusive interviews all week. And if you're looking for other content, other coverage, we got you covered. Allbengals.com. Go there now. There's a ton on this game, including highlights, including Zach Taylor. I know a lot of you want to see what Zach Taylor had to say, or Joe Burrow. Plus, you got our winners and losers, Russ Heltman's 3-down look, and so much more. And then on this channel, we'll have plenty of exclusive interviews and so much more coming your way. It's a holiday week. We are not taking a break. So hit that subscribe button. And until next time, I'm James Rapien. Thank you so much for watching right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk.